Thank you. It's time to revisit this violence on television business. We talked about it a couple of shows ago, but there are some things here which need to be said, and I want to concentrate on the lack of personal responsibility that seems to be sweeping this country. We want to excuse everybody for what they do, find other situations to blame, other people to blame, anything other than the person who actually does something, good or bad. It's never their fault or never to their credit. Now, we want to show you a couple more things here from Janet Reno, and we have Senator Fritz Hollings with some brilliant speech making from the Senate hearing room where this took place. But first, we set our cameras out. We asked some people on the street whether or not the government ought to get involved in determining what should be seen on television in the area of violence. And here is what we found out there.
Sir, do you think that the government should regulate violence on television and in the movies?
Absolutely. Because it increases violence. You can see it with the kids, in school, with everybody.
No. I think if you want to go watch something, you can watch it. It's freedom of choice.
Well, I think they should have started doing that a long time ago. I think it's gone pretty far now. I think, yes, actually, as an answer to my question, maybe they could regulate it on certain channels and things like that.
The crime come from really the parents, the old generation. And I think that a lot of people, because of the working parents out there, you know, they're not really home to support the children.
I don't believe in censorship. I don't believe in censorship because it's destructive. It's destructive to the fabric of the country. We need a free flow and a free exchange of ideas, and the marketplace should really regulate what we see or what we don't see. People think there's too much violence on television. They should turn their TV sets off and read a book.
Last two people. That's right. That is absolutely right. And I want to expand, not to impugn anybody else on that tape. The last two people made the most sense about this whole question. Want to show you now Senator Hollings, who doesn't even know what's on television as he attempts now here to regulate it. Watch this.
The TV is the most pervasive parent. It's called a narcotic, but the truth of the matter is, and we've got to acknowledge it, it's the most pervasive of parents all children see. We got this, was it Buff Coat and Beaver or Beaver and something else they had? I haven't seen it, I don't watch it, but whatever it is, it was at 7 o'clock. Buff Coat, and they put it on now at 10:30, I think. They've pleaded guilty, and they'll do it as long as you and I have hearings, but we just can't have hearings like we've had now for 40 years and get nowhere. And yeah, we'll go see the Attorney General, we'll go see the chairman, we'll go see. We good people, you good people, and we doing it. But the truth of the matter is, it's more and more pervasive, more and more violence on television. Can't we do that and not really be constitutionally in violation or really hurting, as you and I don't want to do, the First Amendment?
Yeah, what? You got people, we got people, and we doing it. He's been talking to Christine Gebbe, you know, the new AIDS czar. Look, this is really tough because can you imagine if the the First Amendment really was intended to cover political speech, and I think if the founding fathers think of this, can you imagine if, say, Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, any of the guys who signed the Declaration, worked on the Constitution, came back and saw Beavis and Butthead? I mean, can you just see these guys as Beavis and Butthead signing the Declaration? This is cool. I mean, there's no question there are problems, and there's a lot of idiots doing television. And I disagree with some. I want a couple of quotes here from Janet Reno. Let's look at this still story from, this is from USA Today's cover story on Thursday. It says here, I want to challenge TV to substantially reduce its violent programming now, or else the government will have to intervene. We need to put a period in there after programming now. Get that else the government will intervene stuff out of there. Here's another quote from her. where she makes sense. This woman occasionally does, and it's hard to pin her down ideologically. But the promise of television remains vastly unfulfilled. Too much of today's programming neither uplifts nor even reflects our national values and standards. Instead of disseminating the best in our culture, television too often panders to our lowest common denominator. She is right. She's absolutely right, folks, about that. But still, here's what you cannot lose sight of. Mass marketing bad taste makes people think that most of America likes bad taste, but it doesn't. The vast majority of the population of this country don't indulge in bad taste. They don't live it that way. Bad taste doesn't make headlines. Bad taste does not make news, or it does make news. Good taste and people following high standards, that's dull and boring. And people who engage in maintaining high standards and setting high standards and living their lives according to the traditional values and institutions that made this country great, they're made fun of. But you can't cave into this, folks. But you don't want the government moving in and turning television into a government propaganda arm. Look, it's real simple. If you don't like Beavis and Butthead, turn it off. It's real simple. There's an on-off switch, and this is not cliched to say. I can't believe when you see 8,000 hours a year of television or whatever it is people are watching, gee whiz, it's too much. But it's not that difficult. You don't need to have the government do for you what you can do for yourself, because once you start letting them do for you what you can do for yourself, you'll never be able to do it for yourself again. They won't let you. So if you don't like your kids watching this stuff, don't watch it. Turn it off. It's a vast wasteland anyway, except for this show where we maintain high standards. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Here's an opportunity for you to receive a free copy of National Review's special report on Rush Limbaugh.
Hi, I'm Bill Buckley. I'm doing one of the things I've liked most to do since I was 13 years old.